This is our welcome to our official City Commission meeting. Has been called to order at 7:05. If we can all stand for invocation, please, and pledge. Smart, if you would do us the honor of invocation, please.
Gracious Lord, we give you thanks for this meeting. We give you thanks for the officials of this city, for those that have been newly elected. We are grateful for your blessing upon this town. Keep us safe. May there be no more of the shootings and the knifings and the problems that have happened in the last few weeks. We want to be a town of peace to protect our children, and protect our citizens. So we ask that your gracious love, oh God, be upon us, your mercy and your peace. In the name of Jesus, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Smart. And I see we have a packed house tonight. We have ourselves a new commissioner. Commissioner Holmes. Sir, if you would step forward for us here. We're going to actually do our oath of office for our newly elected commissioners, re-elected Commissioner, Commissioner Hill, and newly elected Commissioner, Commissioner Bishop Holmes. All right. Madam Clerk, I'll let you take it away. Before you get started, I want to make sure I recognize everyone that's here in the audience today, as many as I can. We have our County Commissioner McKinley is here today. Let's give her a round of applause. She works very, very hard on behalf of us out here. She's a great supporter of ours. We must make sure we support her in everything that she's trying to do for us here in Pahokee. We also have with us Commissioner Bass. Amen. Commissioner Bass will always Thank you very much for all the years of service that you have done here in the city of Pahokee. Please continue to be involved with our diocese and with our city. There's a lot to be done, and you know there's a lot to be done, so we encourage you to stay involved in what we're doing here in the city. We also have Mayor Sasser here with us today as well. Thank you very much, sir, Mayor Sasser, for accepting my invite. He's going to talk about a very vital issue that's vital to us here in Pahokee, so we're looking forward to hearing from you today. And if there's anyone else that I missed, I charge it to my head and not my heart. I thank you all very much for coming out again. Madam Clerk?
Okay, can you both please raise your right hand? Repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Michelle,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, protect, and defend the Constitution and the government of the United States of America
and the government of the United States of America
and the state of Florida.
and the state of Florida,
That I am duly qualified
that I am duly qualified
to hold office
to hold office
under the Constitution of the state
under the Constitution of the state
and the Charter of the City of Pahokee.
and the Charter of the City of Pahokee,
That I will
well
and faithfully perform the duties of the City of Pahokee,
the duties of the City of Pahokee,
on which I am now entering,
in which I am now entering.
so help me God.
So
help me God.
Once again, welcome, Commissioner Holmes. It's definitely a pleasure to have you here, sir. Welcome for your re-election, Commissioner Hill. I look forward to working with each one of you. The Commission, I look forward to get a lot of done here within the next, as we move forward to the growth. And now we'll the business of our city as we go through. Madam Clerk?
Mayor Walker, Commissioner Biggs, Commissioner Hill, Commissioner Holmes, Mayor Walker.
Right, we're on to our,
City Manager Iverson, City Attorney Brandenburg, Lieutenant Piccolo.
thank you very much, Madam Clerk. Now we're on to our selection. Vice Mayor, Commissioner Holmes is new to the dais here. Year we select a vice, and at this time, if you would do our.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to take this time to, I'd like to motion to nominate Commissioner Biggs as our new vice president Hokie.
Thank you very much, thank you very much, Commissioner Biggs, for this. Is there any other recommendation from the commission?
Yeah, I move that we our Vice Mayor Walker.
All right, thank you very much, Commissioner. We're on the nomination of keeping our current Vice Mayor. There being no second, the motion has died. Madam Clerk, roll call on the. Thank you very much, Vice Mayor.
Just for point of order, we have a motion on the floor. This is second. Could we a motion on top of that, or we complete the first motion?
We're making nomination for the position of the vice mayor, and they do require you're accumulating as many of those as possible, and then the vote of the whole committee. So right now, you have one motion with a second, and that motion is for the vice mayor designated committee.
I have also Holmes and was seconded by Vice Mayor Walker.
Okay, so now you will take a roll call. Each of the commissioners will elect.
Okay, thank you. City Attorney, thank you very much. That interjection there, sir. Madam Clerk, roll call on the first nomination of Commissioner.
Okay, Commissioner Hill, Commissioner Biggs, Holmes,
No.
Vice Mayor Walker, Mayor Walker.
No. Madam Clerk, roll call in nomination to maintain Vice Mayor Walker as the Vice Mayor.
Commissioner Holmes, Vice Mayor Walker, Commissioner Biggs, Commissioner Hill,
Yes. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Congratulations, Vice Mayor Walker, on your Our agenda, any additions, approval of agenda items? Since there being none, we'll do our approval of meeting workshop February 2015, of regular commission meeting February 2015, and commission meeting minutes 9/2015. Commission, can we have a motion in minutes? Thank you very much.
Second.
Thank you very much. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Vice Mayor, Commissioner Hill, Commissioner Biggs, Holmes,
Yes.
Mayor.
Yes. Now we're on to our consent agenda. City Manager, want to read the resolution?
The resolution is resolution number 2015-10, a resolution in the city of Pahokee, Florida, authorizing and directing the mayor to sub-recipient fine between Columbia and City of Pahokee.
Is there any questions about the resolution? There being none, do we have a motion? Thank you very much, Vice Mayor. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Holmes. For roll call, please.
Vice Mayor. Commissioner.
Yes.
Commissioner Biggs.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner.
Yes.
Mayor Walker.
We're down to the report of the mayor. Only one report, as I stated, workshop is a report from the commission for to go to Tallahassee and work with Senator Abruzzo, Representative Rader on appropriations that we have people in Tallahassee. I receive your support to do so. Motion. Can we have a second?
I'll second.
Commissioner, Madam Clerk, roll.
Vice Mayor Walker, Commissioner Holmes,
Yes. Yes, he can go.
Commissioner Hill, Mayor Walker.
Yes. And once again, this is for Pahokee to go to town, necessarily myself. I'm in the city of Pahokee while we're in town. Thank you very much once again. On to the report of the city.
I just have one item to read ahead, and that is the lights for the Parks Complex. They're going to be a direction to go forward with it.
I think earlier you stated that you had some possible donor.
Well, I'm with someone, I don't know if actually happened. The event, the summer's coming up, we're trying to get the lights.
We are talking about taking the reserves. It's to take money from the reserves with an actual plan to replenish those reserves. I'm apprehensive in moving forward with it, because of the financial situation that we're in, and we're constantly depleting the reserves again. It's definitely a safety concern for us. So, Commission, if we can give you some directives to moving forward, if we can get a motion to go into the reserves or conversation, Commissioners, going into the reserves, complete the project at our city parks and recreation.
Shaking your head.
I feel, it's something that needs to be done. Point in time, reserves, barely reserves, and unless we can come up with a game plan, we're going to replenish it, then, we're in a tight budget prices now. Take $12,000 to fix that.
Have we received pending revenues, reimbursements?
We still have the outstanding, the $75,000 for Commissioner's Park and the $43,000 for the generator. For the $5,000, we're waiting on the back to come in to be placed, and then once we get, I'm not sure that the time, I have to give Ms. Powell, who's leading that project, a generator. We'll be getting that within the next 2 months.
Can we have to do and have this to the second give us time to do the process.
Mr. Vice Mayor. Any other comments, Commissioners, on that particular project? Since it's being done, sir, if you want to continue with your report. One other comment.
I just think that the summer coming and we're the citizens that use it really need to have that they're using it. So I'm saying no, I have to take another option with the budget and everything before we make a difference either way.
Thank you very much once again. City Manager, sir.
Yes, sir, the item I have is, I take a look to discuss events that happened over the last couple.
All right, Lieutenant Piccolo, sir.
As I said in an earlier workshop, we talked about the events and that occurred the last two summers and the dangers behind sanctioned events. He has agreed to work with us, which is the fire rescue. In these events, we're going to be sitting to talk about what things need to be addressed as far as the city park guardrails to keep motorists off the components of the park where it's dangerous to children, people that are in the. We've talked about several events that occur we could do. The main line is that the city sheriff's office, along with fire, will do pre-planning sit-down before these events, and we're special permitting the crowds this large.
Thank you very much, Piccolo. Commissioner, is there any discussion? Lieutenant Piccolo?
I would just like to say and we really need to be concerned with the safety of our citizens, the well-being of our community in general. However, I support Commissioner that we need to organize it and get it to a point where it's church and not just eliminate the whole process, but we need to start early on, further and making it. I talked to our former city about making it some type where it can generate revenues. Go out there, I see, looks like 3,500 cars. Just think if we charge 500 parking or just again, the money that bring in, and vendors, they get the permit, that's revenue for the city and all. We just need to turn in Sunfest or baseball, all those events that they on the coast and not down to our citizens. When you have those events on the coast, you have coming from everywhere to participate in those events. Can't we organize an event and make it a revenue base to help our community as well? No different from when we used to do the water festival. On the different other side is on the lake. So if we want to do something in a park or here on the property here, then organize it. Legitimate event, sanction it, everybody can participate, and we can have the security that we need. Just put in the order.
Yeah.
So I'm not ruling on the event, but I do agree we be concerned about the safety and well-being of our entire community.
Thank you. Vice Mayor, I think the entire sentiment of and I think PBSO is if citizens can.
If the citizens don't hear us, they don't know where we stand, and we just need to let them know that we're against the event, but we do want to spread and make sure we're doing in a manner where everybody's going to be. And we can't guarantee this, but even at some events around the county, there are incidents. So we're not above an incident, but we want to be where we're trying to do what we can to prevent incidents.
Thank you very much once again, Vice. And citizens, if you with this, I at one point tried to address it. We had a town hall meeting of PBSO, the city, and the fire rescue. I think roughly maybe 2 citizens to come out to the workshop that we had. You can encourage your family members when we do have this again to come out and input. Once again, it does not want to. We want to work with this to make sure we're having a safe event that everyone can enjoy. Lieutenant Piccolo, is that it?
They gave you Marina revenue. Just for your reference.
And here.
And hold it,
I telling the commissioners that I gave a copy of our marina revenues for this past year. And I just gave it to them for reference, we don't have to discuss anything, that's just for their reference.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ister. Attorney report?
No reports today, sir.
Thank you very much. Whole business. Has a question for the attorney.
This the opportunity to ask questions in reference to Guy Harvey proposal. May I submit that I have to you and you can get those questions and share them with us?
If you would like, sir. I anticipate that there will be a presentation by Guy time if we reach a negotiated with them, and you could ask questions to them at that time. But if you'd like now,
No, I'm not going to ask. I'm going to give you my list of questions, and you may pose those questions and then share this with us or with me. I just looking for an opportunity to ask questions, and there were questions from citizens as well. We were not afforded to hear the questions, or provide questions or responses to them. So I was appointed for the questions to be answered.
Well, I'm going to piggyback. I haven't seen anything about no presentation or nothing about it. Before I do anything, I need to know all about what the city going, how the city going gain in this, etc. We need a presentation. Also, I suggest that we have some workshop for the community. Right. The community is concerned. My constituents are concerned about it. And not against Guy Harvey. I want to know what it's all about.
yes, sir. I think the commission selected Guy as the one proposer to work with negotiations. We're in the process of moving the negotiations to where we can be back a solid contract for this commission and determine in the city's best interest. Mr. and I have represented the company. I talked to the representative today. They are working very diligently to look at aspects of the project and work our legislative representative and our county commission representative to be able to bring a package to you that everyone can be proud of.
Yes.
That's a package that you're going to get and approve.
Yeah, because it's a done deal. And I don't see how it can be a
Done deal.
Thank you.
What was done was, as of the proposals that were made, this commission selected parties to negotiate with to try to reach a final. So there's no. If we had done a deal, it's going to be approved by you.
Thank you.
All your questions are set, and the public is informed of all the entities of transaction.
And I just on record, and of all the concern and about my position, my vote was not against God. My vote was against the process that we circumvented in the past as it relates to how these proposals are. It was not against, I have not had any questions or I read the proposal, but that was right. But my concern is that we have an opportunity. Did not have an opportunity to ask questions, hear answers to questions an answer. That's my concern, and I'm going to buy that until we finish the negotiation process.
Well, thank you. Mr. Iverson? We are honored today once again to have Councilor McKinley here with us. If you would want to step to the podium, Councilor, and a little bit of background information on fire as far as God's concerned.
Okay, just want you can hear me. I wanted to bring to your attention that the concerns of the community and decided that, I thought it was a good idea to sort of neutral forum. So on at 6 p.m. On April 9th at 6 here in your cafeteria, we're holding a community forum with representatives from Guy to answer questions of the community. I'm not sure you'll have to tell a lawyer how you can attend that, not any sunshine law issues, but we are making that an open for your community. I'd also stress that a tight deadline with this. This is probably one of the best economic development opportunities Pahokee has had in a very long time. And we have worked diligently with members of our legislature, especially with Bala and Senator Representative Rader. Currently, in the Senate, and I'll have to go back and confirm the budget, but we have a $1,000 line item to match your $800,000 grant that you've not been able to put, because the city has been on match funding for that. In addition, there's also another one for $1.3 million to help fund the cost of the wave attenuator that is to protect the boats that may come in and stay in the marine. With blessing, I'm afraid that risk losing $1.5 million funding for this project. I would anticipate a session coming the first in May, that we're doing budget conferencing and talking about April 24th of this. I plan on being here at the 12-14 process where you run back and forth the House and the Senate and debate these and try to keep our items in the budget. So please keep in mind there are financial benefits to this community, not only but also as a whole. We have the Army Corps that is working hand with us on this, and Environmental Protection, Water Utilities Department, as well as me, your county that's up there with the BDB Council, fight very hard for these issues. In addition, I also want to, I Mayor earlier, but let you know, Senator LaValle on the House side is Chair Ingram. I had him personally last week, and I'll ask you all week, and how important this project is. It was my #1 economic priority for the area. I would certainly stress that participate in this community forum and not take too long to find a decision.
Commissioner, if you have time, you can be there. As long as advertising 4 hours,
Sure that the meeting is advertised and that the public is aware that all commissioners present and look forward to its front vote.
And that's all.
And we heard you last, we'll make sure we advertise it on.
All right, thank you very much once again. Hopefully the commission answers some of the questions. We do have a couple of citizen comments I is concerned. And you'll have an opportunity on the 9th have some of your concerns addressed. Thank you very much again, Commissioner. To old business. River Corps resolution supporting the land acquisition. We have our mayor here, Mayor Sack, who is going to give us some history. He's a historian with this particular issue. So we want to give him an opportunity to share with you his viewpoints when it comes to the issue. Thank you very much.
I appreciate you inviting me. For those of you who may not be aware, it's very complex to go into tonight, so I'm going to just highlight. It is really an issue that the town hall meeting But many of y'all have, remember when Florida bailed out U.S. Sugar, and they said, take this land, put water on it, clean it up, we're going to do all this. That's one issue. My issue for the Coalition Defense Fund in the county is a little bit, and I'll explain it. First, for the past years, I've been advocating for Lake Okeechobee. As you know, Marina, I think, is our south. We have had failed attempts to pull off, but we can't. When you have an organization that every day, and I know you know the news, is saying dirty, nasty, polluted water of Lake Okeechobee is killing our over on the coast. And y'all know when people talk trash for hope. And so, anyway, to give you an idea of what it is the Rivers Coalition was formed in 1990. They moved, mansions, association, yachts, and boating organization that think that sugar is the root of all evil. And it's funny because you try to sit down and have a conversation with them, you can't, because they tell you you're on sugar's pay. We can't talk to you, you're being sugar. Commissioner Babb, committees will know that I have world-class fights with sugar. So that's next, but fair. And for the past years, actually in the state of Florida has been slated to clean its act up. Y'all remember some of the older ones? I'm not one of them. Can remember the federal government and sued the state of Florida because water from the lake and the stuff going down in the Everglades and Everglades, and we were doing all this. Came along, started building those reservoirs around 27. Again, we toured, our people got jobs there. Well, that was going to store the water, which is proposing with this UN buyout to clean the water. Well, I got news for you. Stevens Construction in South is being paid a whole bunch of tax to cover it back up. So if that's going to work, we're covering up what we've started. Now, my opposition to this is that the Indian Lagoon is 156 miles. It goes from Jupiter all the way to Titusville. It is the longest island structure in the United States. It's 30% east coast of Florida, and it is home to the most biologically ecosystems on Earth. It literally is a huge septic tank, but it's not, you know what, that's floating in the water. It's there floating in the water. And what happened was, and I've got plenty, but if y'all want to pass these around, all these yellow dots are septic tanks on the Indian River Lagoon. There's a quarter of them when they started in 1980. So there's no telling of them they are. But happened, if y'all remember, in 2013, very large rains, they got water everywhere. The lake up, they filled up, everybody. But all of a sudden, the Indian River Lagoon and the St. River was decimated. There were hills, the sea died off, the oysters and everything died off. Of course, it was sugar fault. Y'all see it on TV, I watch the same news channel. It's always sugar. Now, when God built Indian River Lagoon, water from Lake Okeechobee was not planned. There was no way to put water. So the Army of Engineers is the one who panel that allows the water to lake. But at the of the discharges in 2013, only 30% of the fresh water entering the Indian River Lagoon from Lake Okeechobee. The majority, there are 5 surrounding that area. All of that water is done. All you got to do is it's at Mayaka and head to Stewart. You will see that the lakes at Fort Mayaka will cut. There won't be a drop of water out. But every time you go past on 6, there's water just shooting. There's 37 of those canals pour water thing. That's there. That's there, you know. It's polluted. They're back. They us because they refuse to accept responsibility for their septic problem and their own fertilizer problem. They want us to flood a large portion of them so they can keep on keeping. I'm not. And I'm not. Now, one of the things that and I want to clear this up, I won't be much longer. This is their plan that they do, and their thing that they pull everything. Each month they send a newsletter out. It's a picture of Lake Okeechobee, and it plans which shows the water going down. And all that says is sugar. It doesn't say Belgrade and South Bay, it's Lewiston, it says sugar. When I first started going, I thought, well, I'm going to educate you. They don't know about the Glades, and you'll know people think about the Glades. They think of us not good. I go, they just discovered fecal matter, and what fecal matter is. So the excuse was, that's because fertilizes raw sewage. They don't. We've lived here all the time. I ain't never seen them put on no sugar cane. Okay. After eating, I stood up, and after the people came up to me and don't have a clue about us. Things like, we remember a long time ago they used to vegetables in the Glade. And then the farm mothers came over from Cuba, bought up all the farms, and only grow sugar cane. And I said to y'all, we're the largest producer of sweet corn on the planet. Are you aware of little bags of salad that already mixed or grown right? They didn't have about what we do here in the They came up and they said, quit harvesting sugar cane by hand. Change the variety and it requires more fertilizer and more water. Every time you would up a sensible, they would say, sugar, it's sugar, it's sugar. Now, in the meantime, there are absolute of scientific that points to septic tanks. Their very own plant plan blames their septic tanks for the problems in 13. And point out, too, that Okeechobee water of that 56 miles, Lake Okeechobee water is in at the bottom. Construction is happening at the top. That water's coming from Orlando, okay? Now, with one Florida what we're promoting is, if we believe, if we are to have clean our state, so we don't wind up California and all those other places, that we need to building reservoirs and cleaning water every. It don't matter if it's east, but particularly in the north, because the Audubon is saying that the majority pollutants that are entering Okeechobee are coming in the casino. Because y'all remember, just dug a straight line, and all of them dairy farms, everything sent their stuff right to the lake. Bottom is, we all have taken this. All contributed to the problem. We all need to be part of the solution. But I am not going to stand by and you and your $1 million flush your toilet to go to the septic tank that's 25 in the Indian River Lagoon because you want to spend the money to sewer, when here in the one of the poorest areas in Florida versus one of the richest areas in the state of Florida, sewer. They don't want their county policy is. And one last thing. The same, this lake goes down Palm Beach Canal, blade right into the Lake Worth, same Lake of Okeechobee. They don't have the that they do. Guess what? Because Palm Beach County aggressively got rid of septic tanks a time ago. Now, they think of us as the traffic. They don't think of us 40,000 souls here. They see us as sugar. That's my problem comes. When you try to sit down an intelligent conversation, they won't hear it. Now, the reason that this stuff is hitting a brick is if people are going, where's your plan to get septic tanks? The Glades to give up over tens of acres, which Hendry County, which is not a rich county. But if they buy that sugar land in the tax rolls, that's billions of dollars out of Hendry County's pocketbook that they can't. Now you snookered them. We were. When we heard the deal, well, you pulled another. That's not our fault. That's not our issue. That's your problem. But don't come into when you are blaming us for everything wrong in your backyard. Want us to pass a resolution that we're going to clean up for you. When you don't shovel ready, that's the other thing. There's a shovel ready project. Well, we're going to buy the land now, take it off the payroll, county tax roll, just in case we ever do a thing. Well, my argument is, you've already got wars, covering them up. The time we sent water down there, the Indians sued, and let me tell you something. The Indians, sugar's got money, the Indians have got money's mom. There ain't nobody gonna mess against when it comes to spending. And the last thing, and I try to explain this to them, they differentiate between U.S. sugar. They don't differentiate between Florida Creek, don't differentiate between co-op sugar. Now, you know as well as our brothers from Cuba don't run this country. They don't. They're powerful, like every other rich and powerful company owner. They get what they want. This is how our country works. But what they don't realize, sugar is grown in 57 states in this country. There's sugar cane, the beets, which farm is sugar cane, corn. Okay, that 50-something in Washington that are, that's a whole bunch of people that contribute to the sugar industry. Don't blame because you don't want to face it. Don't shut up. The reason they formed is very key, and you need this. They call themselves Rivers Coalition Fund. And what it was their lawsuit in New York State that was going to allow property owners sue for damage if agricultural industry back pump property. Saying was That was why they totally disown sugar. They can't take their focus off because they want us to back pump. Sugar doesn't back pump. They keep their water on land. They sued one time about $800,000, $3,000 in loss, statute of limitations. It's about clean water. It's about the environment. It's money. That's all ever about. And what happened, the Everglades Foundation hijacked them because they've got their own for the Everglades. And if I don't know if y'all get National Geographic magazine, the February issue, Geographic, which I took it out, National Geographic magazine saying in 35 there's not going to be any. It's just going to be under the Gulf Code. So when I'm talking, I'll shut up. Okay, I don't sit with you. Okay. Y'all have a nice day.
One thing, Commissioner. Thank you very much, Commissioner. What I wanted to do, make sure that we have back information on the current, excuse me, so once again, a bit of background. When you speak out, it's a whisper, but it echoes up. So we can't hear when you're whispering going up here to the dais. Keep your comments to it. That'd be great. But Commissioner, I was sure that we have a lot of background, and as I did, Mayor Sasser, authority when it comes to this particular. So that's why I wanted him here to background information, make a decision that could be backfire as a community. There any other about the River Corps solution? I think what I wanted to do with this is off on the actual supporting of the resolution. We did the resolution, so I think we have a motion to support it and pass, but I think concerns raised by the commission, and I think now, direct me correctly, if you reverse order on there was a majority vote, Commissioner could bring
a motion to consider the previous decision of the board and have to pass. Consider what.
Great, so.
Mr. Mayor.
Not to put spot, Mr. Brandenburg, but have you had any, because your recommendation we took, have you had any consideration as to whether or not we should change our vote?
You've heard a perspective. The former Mayor Sasser, on his perspective, is don't take property in the Glades off tax roll, clean up any water, clean up, do it up. U.S. Sugar, the state of Florida, not property, so they obviously in the market to sell it. And the issue is not the property could be for restoration purpose. There are many that feel that it is useful for that purpose, and the Rivers Coalition asked you for a resolution in its purchase in that manner, which I think was a reasonable. If you feel not be in the of the Glades to take property off the table, then you should move, consider it, and just action on the resolution.
Thank you very much, Mr. Any other questions?
And Mr. Mayor, repercussions from U.S. Sugar because of the voting to support, and there were some things going around being said that we weren't satisfied. We opted to, give them that crest that they wanted. So That's why we wanted to bring it to the table, because the time when it was brought up, I knew what Mayor Sassi had about. And this, he came tonight and reiterated that. So I would like to end what we had already changed it and not, you know, and I support them in this account as a name. Because it's not anyway, we were just kidding.
I second that because even after the name, there were people apparently had much about, going on. They were concerned about it, but they would not have support. And then we had some people all the way to town high school, there were some concerns with them. So, I wholeheartedly, make sense.
To the extent of where the River Coalition at one point, the entire glacier be washed away. And listen, I live in the glacier. And that wasn't me. So, no. And I know around, but this came very reliable.
I did do some trying to
I did too.
internet. And when I read it wasn't favorable. It was like, they were this way because they didn't want to be on the north end, so they were sitting there.
Any other comments, commission? Since there being none, Madam Clerk, and the seconded, roll call.
Commissioner Biggs?
Yes.
Walker?
Yes.
Yes. Commissioner Holmes?
Yes or no right now.
Sir, you have to be chatting your present for.
Okay. Yes.
Mayor Watts?
Yes. Again, it's a vote to rescind the support for the rest, so that we can gain more knowledge on all the particular requests from the River Forum. Mr. Iris, there's some new business. Resolutions, if you want to read them in commission, if you have them, you can pose them at that time.
Resolution 2015-08, the Resident City Commission of the City of Florida authorizing the mayor to execute a grant from the Twin Cities Hockey and Community Change Corporation. So we just renewed it.
Any questions, commission? The resolution? A motion? Resolution?
Move to it.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. Roll call, please.
Yes.
Commissioner Hill? Yes. Commissioner
Yes.
Vice Mayor Walker?
Yes.
Mayor Watts?
Second resolution of the senator.
Resolution 2009, a resolution of the Commission of the City of Florida approving a submerged lands fee waste rental agreement with the Board of the International Trust Fund of the state of
Any questions about the resolutions? Since it being, can we have? Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Commissioner. Madam Clerk. Roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Walker?
Yes.
Commissioner Biggs?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Holmes? Mayor Watts?
Yes. And the third resolution, I think it's to propose an order to support. Can you give us some back? City manager on what we passed an ordinance for?
Yes, sir. This is the Crosby Trailer Park here in Bode, and what they want to do is have it up for sale, but there's a couple roads abandoned, and they need to have an ordinance done so that the city can abandon the road.
So the city can manage their road?
Abandoned.
No, abandoned.
Okay, I didn't get it.
Trailer Park says
I don't know what it is, but I just thought he said, all right. That we go ahead support by accepting the request of abandoning of the property so that they can go ahead.
I'll have appropriate and put it on our next agenda.
Great. So we have a and then seconded. Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you very much, Vice Mayor. Clerk, roll call, please. Commissioner Hill, did you second the motion? I just heard the second. It wasn't you.
No, I second it, because I do have a second for the question. These, on this map, seeing where the roads are being abandoned, it's on the
The road in question is highlighted.
yellow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's mostly, it's the yellow part, that's it. That's the one that they want to be abandoned. I think it's Southwest Street.
As it stands right now, if I'm correct, if I'm wrong, it's currently not a street. I think it's a lot wrong, it's labeled as a street, but it's overgrown, correct?
Correct.
That's that overgrown piece of,
Yes.
okay.
Commission? Since there being none, roll call, please.
Commissioner Vice Mayor Walker? Hill? Commissioner Holmes? Mayor Walker?
Yes. Now we're on to our citizens, quite a few of them, so we're going to make clock on everyone this evening. No extensions today. For the record, make sure to the podium. You state your address for the record. We have Miss Deborah proposal action.
For the Deborah Avenue 379 here in Hope. I before the commission because some of you may I have a truck on South Lake now, and I understand that that property has been up for bid more than 7 years. I'm interested in property and but now sits on that property, and I need from this board is consideration for to purchase that. I understand. When I visited with that, it's not an open bid. I could come to commissioners and read that piece of property. And so that's why I'm at.
You have some information with us?
I didn't copy it, so I'm going to get to you. I can't let you read it, but then that will take up my time.
That's perfectly fine. Just one question for our attorney. At one point, we have to take properties for bid, and this process would be appropriate to us.
Yes. The city will have to decide to put the property up for bid, to advertise it, and she would have to bid on it.
My urge is that the trade already property. And I was a lot of some time somewhere to put it, but there's a big chunk fit in my pocket. I'm here tonight. As you know, I had it free. I did bag and all of that, and I found it wasn't necessary. Trailer cannot sit on the street. And so, finding that out, I took location because I knew the property, but I did all my city type, all of that, I figured okay, found out later not okay. We have a decision made. If the decision to get property tonight is not available at the council, at least for time to whatever business of the city and Big Mamas do for me to get there.
I need to make sure I'm good. Okay. Are you saying the property does not make out for bid, that she could be?
No, the property has to go back out to bid. You decide you want to put bid. I think the front on this is she was not given permission to anybody to put this trailer piece of city property. it's sitting there with permission now. She is cited by code because she has a trailer and said it shouldn't be there. He now is saying, I'd like to cover it. But it's up to the city whether you're going to put it out for bid, if you want to put it out for bid. She has no right to have it out for bid. She has no right to bid, and she has to move her trailer to get it off the city in the interim because it creates a liability.
Just a second, Vice Mayor. And we were talking about the city properties back out for bid. How soon were we talking about? In April? Ms. A, will that be a sufficient time for you? Or will it not be sufficient time?
And here's the background about the property I'm at. The property, no one has been in this property over 7 years as I suppose. I found that the city, with the liability fee, has allowed a general work on that property for years without reservations or commission or anything. It was after big money there that it was of that property. I understand everything was said is correct. I knew it was city property. I got there. I did the investigation out that if the operation already there on that, okay, so what's good for the goose gander? I mean, you know what I mean? You get me, if it was knowing about this property before I got there, I'd be gone. And that there's no feeling that has nothing to do with the city or the city commissioner. I come here with heart saying that if and told, not by you, city attorney, but by the city employee that council could decision as to what they do with that piece of property. I'm not disputing you, I'm just saying I was told that's the only reason because they told it was one of the solutions that if I come to people and let them make a decision, whether I could get the or the attorney is talking about. Either or, because I have no trailer. Because every mayor, I have to move it somewhere. I'm never pleased with where that trailer, and the trailer has to be.
So Attorney Brandenburg, will we have this property out for bid?
No, you didn't have to.
So we decision tonight whether or not they purchase the property.
If you want to allow someone to purchase that property, then you have a decision that the city doesn't need that property anymore. You'd have to, by your ordinance, forbid and allow anyone who wants to bid on it.
So technically it has to go.
Yes. Now, the other alternative you even want to consider is to give a lease property to this for a period of time for the city then to make a determination whether you want to sell the property or not.
Well, that's for the decision-making piece.
No. It's up to you want to put the property out or not. You make that decision.
Speaking about the lease right now.
If you want to make legal for you to stay there, and then I could do a lease. I would give her permission to keep her trailer there a period of time and for her getting insurances and so that would meet the city requirements for liability purposes. Now the other issue is whether she has water and sewer up there that are legal. So there's a lot of issues here.
I think talking about putting these properties to bid, right? And you're saying within 2 weeks. And so currently working on it, as you heard, they have to put it back out to bid. So that wants to be there, that can have the option to put a bid on it. So we have to take it back out to bid. The other issue we're faced with, I hear your concern that you basically don't have any place to put it. An option was laid out in the interim was laid out for you. So I will speak with staff to see if the sufficient and back to us, and we can move forward to approval or denial of it.
Okay?
Thank you very much, Ms. Allen.
So before I give up this time, do I permission to leave the trailer, don't have anywhere to put it, and that's my problem. Because like I said, man, if you look at that trailer, it's a tag of a vehicle.
Correct.
I was told by the code enforcement officer, in order for me to sit on the street, that I tag on the trailer. I put that tag on the trailer, I'm being told, and not go back to the street. I cannot stay where I'm at.
Can we allow her amount of time to get everything?
Well, she's been cited as a certain amount of time. The code enforcement citation already before the special magistrate. And in her period, we talked to her to determine if a lease is possible. If a lease is not possible, at the time the code enforcement special magistrate hears her, she will have to move.
I'm looking at that's legally trying to right. And I'm trying to work with I think that we need to put some thinking here because a lot of people don't care, you know, so
I think at the end of the day, like should be said, I would really get the lease option if it can like anything of maybe like if not, you do understand that ability issue, and I'm so glad that you understand any way possible that we can in and introduce some type of leasing. Go so she won't have to go because I truly know. So you don't have anywhere to place this trailer and
Because I can't place it where I live right. And where told me I cannot move back there. And so so I have to put that trailer. I will cost me more to move it somewhere I can't. I'm not allowed to have it. To move from one place where I am not permitted to another place where I'm not. Because
You live on private property? How big is the trailer?
you ever seen the cotton candy?
A lot. Come put it on my...
Where your lot?
All right. Mr. Carl Morrison, thank you very much, Mr. Again, for bringing the issue. Mr.
Good evening. Carl Morrison, 2587 South Terrace. First, congratulations to you. And the question. This was brought up during the work reference to the sprinklers on Bacon Point. It's been on for some time, and and there's a buffer 7 to 10 feet from that line to the highway. These guys sprinkle water over the highway. Chemicals from the canal and hitting on people's vehicles. Simple solution. They sprinkle to the north and south and do their job. Now, I'm here to speak in the state of the city. Ladies and gentlemen, as citizens to get our act together. How do we get to or lure any city when we airwaves slinging left and right? Would someone want to come to this city as citizens get our act together? It's to agree to do, but even at this, there's a manner in which to get on foot, slinging left and right. I feel that's not the way. But it's entertainment, and if I was one to eat pop, I would enjoy this show. We got the other. We have to get it together. On the outside, thinking about here, it'll make me pick getting away from here, point blank. You all know who you are, who you are. We have to be accountable ourselves, or we can hold them accountable. And to each and every one, the word is accountability. Whether you're elected official or paid official, the word of the day is accountability. Thank you in the story. Also, what I do not understand, we have officials that have been in this city and ran and have got this. I go 4 of them straight out. You do not see them at meetings. And what I tell you, what you do speak so I can't hear a word say. And Mr. Beck, you don't be in that number. I'm glad you're here tonight. We made the decision to move and live in this city voluntarily. We would not do that. Let's get out together. Everyone here, we have a whole in the marina. Also realize that mistakes been made in the past. Let's move forward and make this city the city of voice, which it can. But first, we have to before we get anyone in this city.
Thank you very much, Mr. Richard.
Richard Brooklyn, Richard Drive. As a citizen and taxpayer, I want to echo what Marshall said also. I've been coming to the commissioner for 10 years or better, and every time a commissioner of defeat never come back to the meeting. You all think about it. Never show back up to get it. And I think this person, I think that's something about the individual, not to me, that says something about the individual. Come back and give up his seat. All of them have left. Mayors, they never came back. That's tough. The others about the Rodney Park thing and one race charging the park. And my question is, it was probably just a rumor that we want to charge the park out maybe $5 for the marina for $1. Crazy. Just a rumor. Crazy.
All right, thank you, Mr. Brown. Ms. White.
Good evening, one of the maybe. I 55 Buddy White Avenue in Florida. Third is still about I've been against the block parties. They stay in the park. My problem come down Buddy Avenue with roads on both sides. I cannot get in, not get out. In the loud language. I believe in God, honoring God, trying to read my Bible or meditate. not do so loud music. The park is made for, and it shouldn't have to be done. Next concern is when they leave. It is a pig pen, I'll just put it just down, put it one, right and the park. I made a statement on last week. All y'all need to get out there and pick up some of that paper. It's not fair, park and recreation, pick up that paper. I said, you know what I'm saying? I'll get out there and help. All that trash, Dade County, Brown, the East Coast, keep it clean. And we keep our street clean. You don't see all sides, they don't go no mess. Why do they have to disturb on this side? Stop. Thank you, Vice Mayor, for responding. Then on yesterday, Sunday, he was a loaf of bread and couldn't get out. My sister had the bread, and I was in Mama Jones. Make it, thank God. To walk almost up to the bread because I could not. That's what needs to be done. Thank you, whatever you said your name, for trying to make a solution. But that's my biggest concern. That the citizens that time to sleep. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. And once again, make sure we have that workshop to have the citizens with us to make sure that we are in the property. Robert Love.
Good afternoon. Robert Love, Douglas Avenue, Florida. Last meeting I came to, said I wouldn't, got up, told me to sit down. When they did that, they woke up late. I couldn't even hardly sleep. He said, because of the fact I was talking about the marine and all that. Well, got her in here, sit down. So that didn't smell right to me, so I about to want to spend $10 million or $4 million. I'm talking about your RLP and give me a chance, some people in here and do an RLP. Because I don't think the RLP did, he had no company. Because when my people got a day, within about several days, some people saw it. But when we were looking at, like I say, something about that from that side of the hill. What happened to this side of it? So we were talking about $5 million on that side of the $5 million on this side of it. That's what we talk. When y'all get ready, they ready to talk. Every time y'all get ready to talk. Well, I had to come tonight to put that on because of the fact, like Mr. Holmes said earlier, everybody was running around like that was a deal. And then the deal that would have been done too cheap to me. When I sat down and talked to them, it was for them. Like I'm saying tonight. 10 million instead of 4 million. And all these meetings now, because like I said, I got since 2005. But you walk out here and tell Miss McKinstry, she woke me up when she told me to sit down. There's another thing about that, because we done been over that 10 times about the park. Coming to gatherings. Who gathering? You know, the kids that's gathering. Some aliens, you got to look at that as our key. You can't go to some do this and do that to our key. You think about how we were when we did sometimes. Same thing in the park. I know, because I used to have some of the biggest parks. But wasn't nobody out there saying we do this because we leave the park now. Yeah, that's one day sometimes. But that ain't every month. That just started a couple of weeks. Now we gonna take it to having folks all the time. That was too much.
Something happened, we throw it out there for everybody to see it. And then everybody, oh, what happened to come when people used to love to come from? But still about that $1 for 5 years, well, I got somebody $5 million for 25 years. And I got somebody want to spend it on this side of the hill. And I got somebody that done cut that. He's not like the guy hard to that. I show it to you. Thank y'all.
Very much, Mr. Love. Adams?
I'm Lisa Adams. A citizen of Pahokee and people who have this coming in, I would like to, an incident that are here for the city. We have not heard anything tonight from the commission about. I would like to know more about
An incident that the city cafeteria, city manager, Lieutenant, would you like to address it?
Well, before that, away from the mic and then let Lieutenant Piccolo about it. I would like to know about insurance, the liability insurance that these people are putting in order to rent this building. I would also like to know about their they're supposed to be hiring. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Adams, if you would like to address this minute or city.
Well, like I spoke earlier and discussed, I believe that this is another one of the events that maybe had but got out of control. And really is going to take the partnership with the city to have the proper permits for these things. When you're renting city property under the Ruse birthday party, but advertising throughout and charging and having all and kids under 21 and all that, not what that permit was supposed to be. The intent of it, the city to rent out their cafeteria. This turned into an event that was out of control, and it was safe for fire rescue to get in or to respond, safe for law enforcement. The way that it's mattered. Again, go back to that pre-planning. These type of events are going to work law enforcement section and together with hiring permits for this doesn't escalate to get in out of and requires permits and the security that is needed to operate. It's of everyone involved. We're saying that people can't have fun. Folks can't come out in parks, come out and enjoy the rental of the city property. But you need to do it by the regulations that are for everyone's safety. You have someone trauma-hawked inside medical with cuts being thrown through a window. And when we have to bring enforcement from the coast, including our helicopter and everybody else, districts that people need over there to come out, that's another problem. So we're working close with the city on making sure events are properly handled for the future. So it does not get to this. Saturday night was example.
Very much so, Lieutenant Piccolo. Did I ask you, ma'am?
Well, I'd like to know about that's required and the security that these people to, contract to have these events. I know we discussed last year too.
And I think we do have those in place. If you want to get with us so that they can answer those for you, that would be great.
No, I think
everyone should know.
Everyone should know.
I know this on our website. If it's not, we need to make sure we get it. Keep you can do research on this. But if you would like to register the actual insurance need for the rental of the property.
Yes, when someone rent those facilities at the cafeteria, we charge them a fee. They have to put up a deposit. So that covers the liability. So we're planning on filing to go out the door and the window fixed. So that's what in the policy we've had a current effect for several years. Unless the city wants to tell and that's some of the discussion we're having tonight, that we want to bring it and see and ensure that we have better security. We're going to have events that only Palm Beach County sheriffs will be working, keep seeing issues with those things, so we take a harder look at it, which is going to have to be ultimate.
Question, security at the last event?
Yes.
Okay. And insurance, okay. So they had everything that just got out of control. So if you have everything in place to deal with those type of incidents, you know, can't predict that something is going to happen. Yeah, so, thank you for listening. Curtis?
Good evening. My name is Juliana Curtis. I am not a member of the community. I have worked here for 17 years. I serve here. I'm thankful for that. My husband works in Okeechobee County. Okeechobee County has found itself in times and situations that aren't in here. They're given possibilities of growth, people to come in, companies in, ways to provide for the community. Kids growing up have positions to get. I want to mention a and I want you to think about this. Whatever projects that are coming in, whether it's a $4 million or whether it's a 10, think of this. To see this area having all these years for the people, for the city, the county, for all of it. In Okeechobee County, they fought an FP&L coming in. FP&L wanted to come in and put the plant in. Acted like it was a brothel. They were crazy. Mainly because they were against it was FP&L wanted. All these deals that I've heard of, Okeechobee, that was always when a new company, a big company, something big comes in, the concessions. So he says, oh, I don't know about that. But guess what? After that tax base, those jobs somewhere. Oakland Correctional Institute originally wanted to put that in. Oh my goodness. They did not want in their communities. We prison in our communities. My husband, Tommy Close, who was the commissioner, closest families from here in the Glade, we had an audience with him in his home, and he asked how Martin County Prison brought all these jobs, all this opportunity, and that gave people who didn't have a college education, gave them benefits, gave them things to grow. And so Close went back and they passed it. After that, so many women had the positive jobs, had pensions, they built homes. I could see a building project here in Pahokee. People who work right here in this camp build their homes, raise their kids here. I want to see projects happen, schools, increase things. We need to work at welcoming, both on Facebook. You know, we're made that. That's true. When unwelcome, they go. In there was a large store recently wanted to come to Okeechobee. They put it out there. Oh, John, I don't know about this deal. I don't know what these people want. No clue. It's not my business. But in Okeechobee, they wanted in there I don't know if we can do this deal. They're not going to give us anything. We seem to be in the opinion that these people need us to come. They took that beautiful new store back and put it in Port St. Lucie. God bless you, Bass Pro. Now, we roll out the red there. So now all of we drive to Port St. Lucie to go. True. I'd just like to see us grow. Take advantage of some of these projects, move forward for the people, for the city, everything that it will bring.
Thank you very much, Ms.
Thank
Curtis.
you.
Mrs. Culberson?
Going to 1621 East Main. Last week, 2 weeks, on the issue that JP brought up, I'll ask the attorney what should be, what he said that he thought, y'all voted. No discussion, no nothing, y'all discussed, the attorney said that it was a good. Where do you live?
It's not really your concern, then.
Well, this is just how we backwards.
I don't live.
Why they vote yes, because they said to vote, you would vote. When it's best for us, it's the best for you, but it's the best for us.
It has nothing to do with me or anything.
I think Ms. Culberson, Altoria Henley?
Evening to our city officials, the citizens, to everyone in their places. Here was a request in line with our agenda. I'm representing Pahokee Christian Center. Greetings to the city of Pahokee. The Congregation of Pahokee Deliverance Christian Center is requesting a waiver for the rental of the City of Parks and Recreation cafeteria on 26, 2015, 4 p.m. We would like a surprise appreciation of our pastor. It is not fit. Dinner celebration is not a profit event to show the appreciation of Pastor Willie Hickman Firstman and their family for their and dedication to the community of Pahokee. Altoria W. Henley, 29 Bacon Point Road, Florida.
All right, very much, Ms. Henley. You are within order to ask for that request. This is the place to do that. Commission, a motion to accept, to decline the payment for the
Mr. Mayor, I'm going to make the motion. But you all will have insurance, right?
Yes, we have already everything. We will follow appropriate policy procedure to make sure that in line with the city policies.
I move that we waive it.
thank you very much. Thank you very much. Vice Mayor Maddox, please. Yep.
Did you check to see the date was available?
The date has already been secured to make sure that I'm in the city officials before with any further bits on that in that matter.
Mr. Biggs?
Yes.
Walker? Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Holmes?
What are we waiting?
The fee. Mayor Law.
Yes.
And I would also like the city for their declaration on land to our pastor. Citizen in the audience honestly gave me this flyer and I'm going to read it for them. I have no intentions either way you come, but it's very important for the future of Pahokee. Superintendent search public forums. Do you participate in our City of Pahota, Thursday, March 26, 2015, at Pahota High School Auditorium. 900 Lattimore, Broken, Florida, 3346, at 6 o'clock p.m. If you are unable to make this, you have another option. City of Belgrade, March 30th, 2015, at the Lord Lewis Mary Oak Resource Center, 22 Southwest Avenue, Belgrade, Florida, 3430, at 6 o'clock p.m. You also could come up with any information that you need at the school district website, www.palmbeach.org, superintendent search. That's the school district of Palm County, your best choice. I am not standing in representation as an employee. I'm here, anonymous citizen.
All right, thank you.
Okay. I am not in the running. I am not in the running. Superintendent of schools in Palm County.
All right.
And another citizen asked me to read this or put that on the record. Make sure.
All right, thank you very much.
Not yet.
All right. Well, citizens, we're on to your county commissioner. Tonight is a special night. We have new commissioner. Commissioners, if you would allow our new commissioner to give his purpose, I think that would be appropriate and in order. Under Holmes, are you ready to address the audience? Yes. All right, thank you very much.
This was 2 minutes, citizens of Pahota that voted for me. And all that did not mean, I would like to say,
All right.
I don't think so. Again, 2 citizens of Pahota that voted for me, others that did not vote for me. I would like to say I'm going to be and try most to be the commissioner for everybody. Not one, I just want to know that there's a lot of things that has to be done in Pahota, and we go to work doing that. And one thing I on several occasions I have witnessed a lot of bickering and division. I'm hoping to come together and let's make some positive change in our city. Our roads are real bad. Everybody knows that. On every street you go, I mean, there's not a good in Pahota. One. Our water, some areas are terrible. I don't know about but just last week my wife some water in our bathroom. It was brown. Golden brown. That's right. And things we got to change. And Bill Walker suggested a couple weeks ago that we need to ease some of the restrictions on businesses in this community. I've noticed that times we treat these potential people so bad till they just ease up on that. We got businesses to our city. It's in bad shape. And when we do put this in our city, we got to make it's a good location that it fight against that's already there. Again, I said thank you for me. Again, that me and Mr. Babb, we was pretty close on the election. I always had the utmost respect, Mr. Babb. I'm glad I did. I think he got a bad. He's mad that I won, but I'm going to do it, and all I can. Be proud of me, Mr. Babb. Okay? Thank you.
Very much, Commissioner Holmes, for our re-elected official. Commissioner, your turn. Yes.
First, I want to, my goal this term to speak a little more. I had a reason, and I just wish that our commission continues to try so hard to just do relationships on the diet. Because I think that's the only way we're going to be able to move forward in this city. And I want to start out with the part. I think only we can do in that situation is not organize. Sometimes, go straight to heart and talk about some things that, how I really feel. I think it'll be a little kind of whack, but I'm just going to start out and I'm going to go down the list. The large part, the MLK part, we got to remember that we organize as a Black community, white community, Spanish community. We have to stand and we have to respect our culture. How things are done. However, I do understand, Lieutenant, I understand that first. The reason we got to argue is because we've been doing years. I can remember when I was a child. I think once we organize and we inform and we get some clarity on it, because I agree. There's some things that we go apart that I don't even say. We can't do this. We have kids out there, we have things that go on up on White Avenue that I understand. I understand what you came up and said. I understand it. But however, I think recognize it and then look at, and I don't like the businesses too much because there's a business up in that Bronx I'm affiliated with. I must say this. Look out for the other businesses. This is the existing business here. The people got in, we just got to get it on. I think once we do that, I think just fine. Even with the noise, understand, Ms. McKinstry, the noise is right across. If we organize, we will be fine. Some of you all will probably may come. However, you know me, I'm going to feel and I stick to my gun that I feel. With this Guy Harvey project, just what Ms. got up and said, I think we all listeners need to listen to a saying. We gotta be more open. I understand all the deals we've had, all the going on. I understand we have people. I understand, but we gotta think. I have kids here, a lot of family here. Looking at a bigger picture. I want to see my move forward in the map, and I know they do it. And when you have people like, you have to be Guy Harvey. If organizations or this come in, we gotta think first. You can't shut it down. Keep it down. We gotta go in, research. I understand what it's not closed. Negotiating. We gotta negotiate. We gotta talk it over. Thing is, just citizens don't be in and say no. Saying no and we're right. No. Think about it. We're open-minded because this is how we can move the city. If we bring this here, it's gonna our other business. You're gonna have tourism, which is it's a flu. that got just we can't this same piece that just let this like that. There are things that happen as citizens. We got support the commission. We just got to support that's going to bring these businesses, and even with the commission. Just like Commissioner Holmes was saying, yes, we do have to let up these businesses sometimes. How I do agree strongly, but if we use resources the correct way, a lot of these things, once we use the resources, we'll be fine. And that's another thing we need to do. The commission, use our resources. I know people get tired of me saying that. This city has that we can use. Businesses can go through, as well as us, and just do a check off, speaking that way so that we can understand. We need to use it. And don't leave one thing that a person would tell. Don't listen to one. Don't listen to one commission. Do your research. That's my biggest concern. If we do that and we're more open-minded and we ask and we attend these workshops, meetings, I think it will be a whole better. Don't just come riled up about certain things. Come when the county is there. Come to this. Come when the representative is there. Get up and ask me questions. Then you the positions that we as committee in. I love my city. I don't care when I love my city. And thank you for me. And
all right, thank you very much. On to our bids.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I'm so pleased all of you out here tonight, and certainly thank the Lord that maybe someone here that will touch some. To think differently in the city. Take the time to congratulate Commissioner Holmes, Mr. Hill for your re-election, and I want to say, Bear, thank you.
Yes.
You have. There's a sticky. There you go. Ways. It goes down. But listen, all I can citizens, if you learn about these, start doing some more investment. Stop listening to things. See what's better to help us. We all know that we need some help in the city. It didn't because we just let it went down. We had no control. But when God opened for us, we heard about the little new things that will discuss in the end. As citizens coming in from the county commissioner trying to help us to open our eyes. And ladies, it's not just about us. Every citizen that lives in Pokey needs help. And the doors have been open. I don't care what they say about going about making the home and all that. I did by law what was right. I've been here 13. I know what's being said, but guess what? I do the regulations and I them. But I'm asking you all to accepting everything being said. I don't care whether you love or not, but the community. It's not just about Miss Biggs or Holmes, Walker, or none of us. But this community consists of black people, white people, Hispanic, and all makes up the city. All I'm asking, do diligence. Do your own. Don't sit here and just and take it for, oh, that's gospel, because said or he said. You gotta know people. And opportunities don't every day at your door. It's a lifetime thing, let it be. But if you pass by and come up and about stuff, no, to stay here. It has. I'm just praying. We can take them. Like we coming in here, we take everything else out. Take it back. And talking about it. I need you also to reiterate Ms. Wells has said about superintendent's service. I know where it's coming. I'm glad about it, but I want to know that it is that you play and hold over your children. Don't just get them. They come here, but community search, and the community is not present. Just like you worried about that, our children are our most important. So please, please be there. Community input. Ask your opinion about what you would like to see done. This is my announcement. On the 11th of April, we're having a felony restoration of rights public meeting to be held in the conference in Red. But I can get a larger place because illegal voters along and I are sponsoring this, and ACL using two speakers here. People right now, they have felonies, they can't vote, they can't get a good job. This will clear them up. Have them meetings. These are for our people. We got jobs coming out of it, but you can't have if you have a felony. We know this. So, like you said, they talk about rhetoric on the diet. Let's cut the rhetoric out and put it and pull together and help each other. Reach out and lift the man instead of putting your foot on it. I'm grateful to you tonight. I prayed because Bishop is being sworn in. It's your thing. You need to know what's going on. Regardless of who sits up, it's important that you come with input. You never talk about the water and all that. We gotta ask Washington, D.C. and everywhere about the water. The legislature's trying to, but you won't ever know unless you come to a meeting. People are fighting, but help us fight by joining us in the fight. Help us organize in the park. And do those things that we make all together. Like it or leave it. I said it. And only as good as we are it to be. You all, I pray, and I pray you are happy, which I think you for now, but just do the right thing, come together as a people. And I believe the Lord will bless us more. Have a good night.
Thank you very much, Mayor. Vice Mayor.
Good evening, everyone.
Selected Vice Mayor.
Thank you very much for being here. I want to say good evening and happy to see you. Good to see you. Congratulations. I want to say good night and wish you look forward to seeing you.
All right, thank you, Vice Mayor. Citizens, thank you all for participating in this process. It's been a pleasure all here. The commission meeting.